PeopleSoft eProcurement can now guide your requesters to compliant items when searching or browsing. The weighted sort capability allows your organization to set up weights based on item and supplier attributes, and to use those weightings to control the sort order of the search. So, for example, items on a contract and from a preferred supplier could have a higher weight and float to the top of the sort list when searching or browsing. Let's search for a monitor to see how the weighted sort feature works. The Sort by Relevance option uses a weighting algorithm on the sort order to display the search results based on the item and supplier attribute weights. Here, we can see that items with a company preferred attribute are floating to the top of the search. Let's review the active weighted sort rule to understand how the weighting algorithm works. The weighted sort rules utility allows your organization to set up multiple weighted sort rules, although only one can be active at a time. The weighted sort rule consists of selecting existing supplier attributes and existing item attributes and assigning a weight to each of them. When the search is run, the system calculates the total weight for each combination of item and supplier, and the highest weighted search row is displayed first. Looking at the current active sort rule, we can see that a custom item attribute, company preferred, with a weight of 10 has been added. The existing custom item fields can be relabeled in the weighted sort utility by selecting a different option from the available drop-down list. As we saw while searching for monitors on the Create Requisition page, all of the items that were company preferred appeared at the top of the sorted list. Let's change the weighted sort rule and see how it affects the search. We'll add a supplier attribute of women-owned business and set the Show on Results row to Yes. We'll then assign it a weight of 0. This means that the attribute is displayed on the search row, but is not part of the weight algorithm. Save to apply the updates. You can display any existing or custom attributes in the search row by adding them to the weighted sort rule, but they only need to be part of the weighted sort algorithm when the weight assigned is greater than 0. Let's redo our search for monitors with the new weighted rule. Rerunning the search for a monitor with the new weighted rule still displays the company preferred items at the top of the sort. But now, items with the women-owned business attribute also show up on the search rows. Let's change the weighted sort rule again to include another attribute. This time, we'll add contract item, so that both company preferred and items on a contract will float to the top. You can also use Global Search to go back to the Create Requisition page. Looking at the search results now, with the new weighted sort rule, notice that items on a contract and company preferred items are now floating to the top of the sort, with the women-owned business items still being visible. When you're first tweaking the weighted sort rules for your organization, it's useful to display the score on the search row to understand how changing the rule affects the resulting score. This is possible by turning on the Display Score in the Installation options. Here's the same page with the scores displayed. Organizations now have a powerful way to determine the search sort sequence for their requesters and can use this to guide the requesters to compliant items, such as items on a contract, preferred suppliers, company preferred, women-owned businesses, and more. In addition to including these attributes as part of the weighting algorithm, you can assign a weight of 0 to an existing or custom attribute, using the rule to display the attributes on the search row. Those attributes are also displayed in other areas, such as the Item Details page, as well as other eProcurement pages. For more information, go to PeopleSoftInfo.com.